Hello and welcome to the Daily Millwall for Saturday, 9th of March 2024. In today's Millwall news, it was match day. Hell of a match. Not a must-win game, but a must-not-lose game. And we didn't lose it. We actually won it right at the end. I think everyone was expecting and hoping that we would just finish with the 0-0 draw. It was a bit nerve-wracking at times. But we ended up nicking it at the end with the unlikely goal scorer of Japhet Tanganga. So there you go. Lions seal last gasp home win over Birmingham City. Japhet Tanganga's 90th minute header sealed a priceless home win for Millwall in the Sky Bet Championship on Saturday afternoon. The defender rose highest inside the box in the final minute of a full-blooded affair to secure a second successive home win for the Lions. 3 changes were made to Neil Harris's side for the fixture, 1 enforced. Has Joe Bryan replaced Danny McNamara, Duncan Watmore came in for Ryan Longman, and Michael Obafemi took the place of the injured Aidomo Emkahu. Sean Hutchinson, meanwhile, was back on the bench after overcoming injury. Both sides were able to enter their respective attacking penalty areas inside the first 10 minutes, but the opening chance of the encounter did not arrive until that mark as George Honeyman battled his way into the box, only to find his attempt at goal hurriedly dealt with by Birmingham's defence. The Lions were not quick and incisive enough after winning the ball back in the final third 4 minutes later. Watmore and Obafemi both failing to get a shot away, with Jake Cooper then heading at John Ruddy from George Saville's cross as Millwall looked to break the deadlock. The centre-backs scooped towards goal, then had Ruddy sprawling across the tip away from his far post before Watmore sought to take advantage of indecision in the visiting defence, only for his header to bounce wide. Yeah, Jake Cooper nearly scored with his feet. Had to be cleared off the line. There was only one side creating chances as the first half wore on. Fleming looked to lob a Ruddy from distance on the half-hour mark, only to not make a proper connection with the ball. But 5 minutes from the break, Millwall were nearly caught with a sucker punch as Jay Stansfield forced a save from Teacher Sarkis from an acute angle. Alex Pritchard then fired wide as the Blues fashioned their first 2 chances of the afternoon in a matter of moments. The first huge chance of the second half went the way of Birmingham, but Stansfield conspired to strike wide under the close attention of Billy Mitchell inside the 6-yard box. Koji Miyoshi then perhaps should have done better with an effort just 1 minute later, with Bryan then making his way into the box at the other end, only to see his attempted cross blocked. Stansfield's effort went wide as the side still remained locked at a goalless, with a sustained spell of pressure then going Millwall's way around the 70-minute mark. But to no avail. Despite numerous crosses into the box, Saville headed over with 15 minutes remaining, with the midfielder having a further strike deflected as the game entered its final minute of normal time. But from the resulting corner kick, Tanganga glanced the header home to open the scoring and send the 3 sides of the Den into raptures. Hutchinson and Brook Norton-Cuffy made late appearances from the bench in a bid to shore up the defence, something the Lions did throughout 6 minutes of injury time to claim a victory. And the team was as follows: Sarkic, Leonard, Tanganga, Cooper, Bryan, Honeyman, Mitchell, Saville, Watmore, Fleming, Obafemi. So Obafemi did play 90 minutes because he came off 92. So Obafemi with 90 minutes, hopefully he's come through that fine. That's a good sign. The subs were Longman on for Watmore, Norton-Cuffy on for Fleming, and Hutchinson on for Obafemi. The unused substitutes were Biakovsky, McNamara, Wallace, Mayer, Denor, and Essay. What can you say? I mean, it wasn't. I thought we gave it a good go. Like I said in yesterday's video, I felt that I kind of had a feeling like where are the goals going to come from. I thought it would be 2-0, but I wasn't sure. A lot of people were backing Jake Cooper to score. He nearly did today, but again, getting goals from defenders with set pieces, it's absolutely vital because we're struggling to score with the forwards that we've got. So we need to scrape out every every nook and cranny we can get. We need to get goals from anywhere we can, and hopefully, luckily, we kept a clean sheet today again. That's the hard work. That's the concentration and the focus. And we've done it again. And we got all 3 points, which is absolutely brilliant, because if we move on to this from whoscored.com and we go down and we have a little look at the table, well, firstly, if we look at the rest of the results today, what have we got? So Watford, Coventry beat Watford, QPR lost, Stoke won. So I think that's the only bad result that went our way. Blackburn drew with Plymouth, so that's good because they both dropped points. And then Sunderland lost to Southampton. Huddersfield play tomorrow. They're at home to West Brom. And Swansea are away to Bristol City. So we go down and we see. Here's the table as it stands. We're up to 16th. We're on 43 points now. Now we are 5 points off the relegation places now. And that is vital, because we have 2 very, very tough games coming up. We are away at Leeds next Sunday, and then it's international break, and then the week after that, on the Friday, we have West Bromwich Albion at home. These 2 games are going to be tough. Now, it would not surprise me if we lost both of them, and it would not surprise me if we won both of them. Won both of them, actually. Because the way that the team has been just transformed under Neil Harris as manager is just incredible. It's remarkable. It's insane. It's insane. The same players that were just couldn't do anything under Joe Edwards, playing the 3-5-2 or 5-3-2, whatever you call it. Switched to a flat back 4, and it's just totally transformed. Tanganga's looked amazing since then, and it's made me wonder. So obviously, you switch the formation to a flat back 4, and the players are playing like totally different players. They look like world beaters, and I'm just wondering now. So obviously, this is why you need an old-fashioned scout. And you don't just look at stats. Because how many good players are there who are playing in the wrong system? How many good defenders are out there that are not that good? They're not putting up good numbers. But they would be if they played in a 4. And how are we going to find them? We're not going to find them by looking at stats. We need a proper old school Bob Pearson style scout who will look at a player and say, you know what, he's a really good player if he played here, or if he played in this formation, or if he moved over to this position. And you need a visionary. So how many of those players are out there that we could get? I don't know. But it's just remarkable, isn't it? The turnaround with the players. And the same thing happened with Gary Rowett as well. This is the thing with Gary Rowett. He was playing that shit formation. We weren't getting results. He was getting stick. And then I think there was a set 2 with the players, and they changed the formation to 4-2-3-1 or 4-3-2-1, whatever it was. And then we went on that winning run that nearly got us into the playoffs. And then what does he do in the summer? He goes out and buys players to play the system that he wanted to play so he could play it better. And he abandons the 4 at the back. And it just all turns to shit again. It's just utterly bizarre. 4 at the back. That's the way it goes. And that's what you need to do. That's the Millwall way. That's the Millwall system, and that's what's getting us results now. Simple as. So like I said, we're 5 points off the relegation, which means we can afford to have a few slip-ups, which the Leeds game and the West Brom game may very well be. Like I said, I don't expect it would. I don't know what to expect. I expect that the team will go out there, they'll have a plan, they'll execute that plan, they'll try their hardest, they will fight and they may very well win, but they may very well lose as well because these teams are really good. But if they won, I wouldn't be surprised. If we went up to Leeds and won and beat them, I wouldn't be surprised. But I think we need to be realistic and understand that who did we beat? We beat Southampton, so they are a good team. They're fourth in the table, but they're a bit weird, aren't they? The way they play. But we beat Watford, we drew at Blackburn, and we beat Birmingham. They're a different calibre of team than Leeds, than West Brom. So I think we have to be realistic. But this is utterly fantastic now. 43 points, 7 points off the magic 50 number, which may or may not be enough this season. We might need to get to maybe 51, 52. Yeah. That was really, really well needed result today against Birmingham. Because if we had lost that, we'd be on 40 points, and we might be slipping into the relegation zone after the next two games. But we've got a buffer now. We've got that extra space, the extra 5 points. So we have to just see how it goes over the next two games, and then we have the Rotherham game. So, like I said, 50 points, so 7 points. So let's just round it up and say if we take it to 52, that would be nine more points. So 3 more wins. So Rotherham away, that's very winnable. I mean, they're fucking dog shit, aren't they? They're a League One team in all but name. And then who have we still got to come? We've got Swansea, we've got Plymouth, but I think Plymouth is like the second last game of the season. Or it might be the last game of the season. We don't want to go that far. So hopefully we can get the 9 points that we need before the end of the season. And we'll see. Yeah, but you can see, look what that's done to Birmingham. Birmingham have dropped way down there now. They're on 39 points. They're just above the relegation zone. And that could have been us, but it wasn't. We managed to win that game. And yes, that is utterly brilliant result today. And a decent performance as well, a battling performance. Like, yeah. But again, worrying that the goals, where are they going to come from? Corners and free kicks and stuff like that. Goals from open play are very few and far between, and that is a concern. Now, moving on to this post-match comments from southwarknews.co.uk. Neil Harris pleased with crucial Birmingham win, but warns his Millwall players the job is not done yet. Victory over the Blues moved the Lions 5 points away from the relegation zone. Neil Harris was pleased and relieved by Millwall's win over Birmingham City, but has warned his players that there is still more work to be done. The Lions boss now has 3 wins from 4 games and remains unbeaten since returning to the Den to help rescue Millwall from relegation. A late goal by Japhet Tanganga was enough for a critical 3 points over Birmingham, and Harris commended his players for finding a way to win. He said after the game, "Oh, that's Millwall like, isn't it? That's so Millwall and being so good in one half and poor at times in the other. But finding a way to win a game has always been what this club has been about. The most important thing is the result, and ultimately we get in a real pressure situation. I tried to take the pressure off the players this week, but we all know the importance of the game today against a team that had been struggling. We knew the importance of trying to get 3 points and certainly not losing the game at the very worst. And I tried to take that responsibility on from the players, and I asked them to go and express themselves and enjoy themselves. I think if you break the game down, the first 40 minutes, I thought we were excellent. If we score early or score from one of the set plays we should score from, then I think we probably run over the top of the Birmingham in the first half. So I'm delighted with the first half, but disappointed not to be in front. I knew Mark Venus would get into the players at half time and they would come out in the second half. And I thought we just went back to a little bit too much like at Blackburn, when we just turned the ball over too cheaply at the top end of the pitch, and I thought we made some poor decisions, really. But we hung in there, we defended really well. we was resilient and we grew back into the game. And good Mill centre halves like Jay Cooper, Murray Wallace, Sean Hudson, Paul Robinson, Stuart Nethercott, Darren Ward, just to name a few over the years, have been brilliant in one penalty area, but they've also been really effective at the other end as well. And Jeffet Tanganga comes up with that moment to win us the game, and ultimately it's a priceless moment in this season. While the win is crucial and the gap to the bottom three important, Harris has reminded his players that they still need to grab more points. He said, the remit coming in was to galvanise the football club and see where it takes us. No huge pressure, again. What an atmosphere today, even second half when we were a little bit disappointing. The fans were brilliant with the players, absolutely brilliant. And that's what we need. And that patience and respect to the players was repaid tenfold with that goal, and that's what we have to be as a football club. We've been in a difficult moment. We're still in a difficult moment, but it's a lot healthier than it was. I've just told the players that to get 10 points in 4 games after not winning for so long is a testimony to the spirit and the camaraderie and the passion in the group. But we've achieved nothing. It was a huge win today, and I thought before the game our next victory was vital, so I'm delighted. Neil Harris there. And moving on to this. He's grown in personality in 3 weeks already. Neil Harris Lords, Millwall match winner. Jafet Tanganga after late Birmingham victory. This is from the summitnews.co.uk. Yeah, he's turning out to be a really good player, isn't he? But since the formation change, he didn't look too good in the old formation. But yeah, sad to say because I would really like to sign him for next season, but I doubt that will happen now, as has happened with Ballard and Cresswell and now Tanganga. They play really well, and that means their options are open. The world is their lobster, as they say. So there you go. And it was brilliant, wasn't it? He knew it was going in as soon as he got his head on it. He knew it was going in. Absolutely brilliant stuff there. The Tottenham loanee has scored for a second time under Harris as the Lions hoover up the points. Neil Harris believes Jafet Tanganga is growing week by week as he reflected on the defender's development. The Tottenham loanee was a main topic in his post-match press conference after he popped up with a 90th minute winner against Birmingham City. The goal secured Millwall a crucial 3 points in the Championship relegation battle, and it is the second time Tanganga has scored in 4 games. Harris is delighted with the progress he is making and believes he's learning how to thrive as a Millwall player following his January loan move. The Lions boss said, Gaff's got a great pedigree and a CV with games at the top level and playing in Europe. Slightly different here for a centre half. You have to be a different player here at the Den. And the reason I'm at the football club is to teach the players what a Millwall player looks like. Whether that's a goalkeeper, a centre half, or a centre forward, I'll try to pass on my experience. And all I've said to Jaff is not to complicate your game, make your decisions, and I'll support you. But you can be as aggressive as you like, and a couple of tackles were a little bit dubious here against Watford and away at Southampton. But it shows he's buying into it. He's shown his passing range at times. It's not all about the short passes. He's going long as well and having the quality to do that. He's heading the ball in both boxes and he's headed the ball a lot. And to be a good Millwall centre half, you have to be able to do that. Harris also believes Tanganga is developing leadership qualities off the field. He added, the reason players go on loan is because they need different experiences or they need minutes. And we've got players on loan from clubs, and once they come to us, it's our responsibility to try and progress and develop them as players. Jaff is a very talented footballer and 1v1 defender, and if you come to Millwall, you come for different reasons. Everyone knows that. No one's stupid in the game. Sometimes you're not going to dominate the ball. You have to have backs to the wall, and you're going to be asked a lot of questions. And you're not prepared to do that as a player, don't come to this football club. Jaff's one who, in particular, since I walked in the building, he's grown in personality in the 3 weeks already. I've seen his character change. I've seen the confidence in him. He spoke at half-time the other day. I was really delighted with it, and the lads said that's the first time they've heard him speak openly in front of the group with passion. And I'm delighted if I can help him develop in both penalty areas, giving experience over the coming months. That develops him as a man as well, as a player, and I think Jaff will be happy, but I'm sure Spurs will be as well. Well, there were rumours the other day that he's going to be let go. I think is he 24 years old? So that's that's around the time where it's, if you're not going to make it now, like, it's time to leave. Spread your wings. Like I said, would be absolutely delighted if we could sign him, but can't see it happening. Hopefully, because he keeps playing absolutely blinding for the rest of the season, helps us stay up, which will then mean he's going to have options and he's going to choose other options. Hopefully, it's a team that plays four at the back, because that seems to get the best out of him. Now, moving on to this. I told you the other day, free agents, they are still available. You can still sign them until the full Thursday in March. Now we have another injury. Another forward is injured. This is not good. This is also from the Southern News. Another Millwall forward injured as Neil Harris reveals why Aidomo Emkahu missed the win at Birmingham City. Irishman joins Tom Bradshaw and Kevin Nisbet on the sidelines. Aidomo Emkahu has become the latest Millwall forward to fall to injury after picking up a quad-inch issue. The 20-year-old had a positive first half of the campaign in his first full season at the Den, but has struggled to stay fit since the turn of the year. Injury to his quad muscles will leave him out for up to 5 weeks. 5 weeks. Neil Harris believes after he picked up the issue in the 1-1 draw at Blackburn Rovers earlier this week, so he got himself injured. He joins long-term absentees Tom Bradshaw and Kevin Nisbet on the sideline. Speaking after the Birmingham win, Harris said, Aidomo's injury is a quad. He fell during the first half on Tuesday evening at Blackburn. Again, it's very disappointing for us. Aidomo is an option to play up front. He's a young man who's finding his way. I put huge faith in him to start the other night in a tough game at Blackburn, and unfortunately he's picked up an injury. We're going to be without Aidomo for, I imagine, about 4 weeks, but it could be 3 to 5, but roughly 4 weeks, which takes us after the international break. To lose Kevin Nisbet, Tom Bradshaw, now Aidomo, it's frustrating because we haven't got a lot of attacking options. I think everyone could see that today. So again, I told you in the video the other day, or was it yesterday or the day before, free agents. He said in an interview, there are no viable options. There are no viable options. Maybe you should have another look. Because if this gets any worse, who's playing up front? Are we this is just, it's insane, it's bizarre. What the hell is going on? Because we've got players dropping down like flies. What is going to happen? What is going to happen? Are we going to play Tanganga up front? Maybe with Hutch coming back, Hutch can go back in defence and Tanganga can go up front on his own as a target man. I don't know. But in terms of free agents, I mean, if we're that desperate, are we going to get Gary Medine in? The community service, drunk driving, convicted wrong'un. I don't know. But Charlton down the road, the manager they've got, Nathan Jones, who a lot of fans wanted here instead of Joe Edwards. He's picked up Connor Wickham. They've also got Kanzinga Lualua training with them, and they've also got Tariq Fosu training with them. 3 out of contract players that they've got. They've signed Connor Wickham. He played in the game that they won today. So again, maybe just have another look to see if there's any free agents out there. They don't have, just to have on the bench, just in case. I mean, it's you can't leave it to chance, because this is getting weird now. You need to have options, and whether that's signing a free agent or, like I said, putting someone up front who doesn't play up front, which you're doing with Longman. But is there anyone else? The under 18 lad, the under 21s. You've got to figure something out, because this is you might need to do this. And like you said, the job's not done yet. It's not done yet. We've still got a job to do. It's not done yet. We've got to get another 3 more wins, and in order to do that, we need to score goals. And that's a lot of weight on Obafemi's shoulders, and Fleming as well. Now you're hoping that they come good and they can do something, but they haven't really done it so far, have they? So I think you need to sign that free agent forward. And if you don't, it could be the undoing of all of your hard work. And on that note, thank you for watching and goodbye.